Hey friends, this is Jen Gray, your host with Be Genuine with Jen, where we're on a journey together, growing our mindset, authenticity, and elevating with personal growth. So if we've not met yet, I am a single mom of four amazing kiddos. I'm an entrepreneur and I am rebuilding my life from the bottom up. So if you are new, and you're looking for an expert to tell you exactly how to do all the things and be the seven-figure earner and all that, I just want you to know I can suggest some amazing podcasts that I also listen to. But if you are looking for real, authentic, and you're looking to grow your own life into the most genuine person you can be, you're in the right place. We're going to grow together. We're going to do this thing. And like you, I've decided that I know where I'm headed. I'm not giving up till I get there, and let's do this thing together. So, welcome to episode 10. Y'all, we made it to double digits. Super excited to really talk through you owning 2023. What does that look like, right? You may have been asked or will be asked, are you where you want to be now that we are the end of December 2023? And that brings a lot of reflection, maybe some regret, maybe some challenge, or maybe some pride that you are pumped. You are ending the year way stronger than maybe even set out to end it. So maybe it brings up good emotions, maybe it brings up some ick and a lot of things. But I want to really talk through that today in from this level is not only is it so important that we really just think through things, right? We really just analyze things because then we learn, right? We grow and we really answer that question, are we where we want to be? And maybe like you, the answer is yes. There's some things, and then there's some things I'm like, I am way off from where I set out. My word for the year was strong. That has a whole new meaning in December than I thought it was going to mean in January. And so that's funny. But, really looking back over and checking out your goals, I'm sure we all set out, we wrote our little beginning page in our journal in 2023 and January 1st to say, here's what I'm going to set out to do. But let's look at that. But here's the more important. I'm going to fix my plant. I was getting a book out and I did not put my plant back in place. So let's do that because I'm like, wait, that doesn't look right. My plant looks short and stubby anyways, if you're listening on audio, you're like, what is she talking about? But I am live on YouTube. I always go live on YouTube whenever I record these episodes to have the video as well. So if you want to see the video, then go hang out with me. I'm over on YouTube. But here's the question that I want us to really dive in today. It's a deeper question than just generic. How do you feel about it? Have you owned where you are at the end of 2023? I was in a circle with a group of people this week, and this question was posed. And it was one of those like, I'm going to write it down and I want to really dive through this because listen, it's one thing to just acknowledge, it's another thing to own it. Right. And so sometimes when I ask the first question or someone else asks you, where are you? Are you where you want to be? Right. And then if you ask the answer, why, are you going to give me excuses? Or are you going to give me reasons, the ownership of what you've done to bring you to where you are right now? And your answer to that, y'all, that is the crucial, like red flashing light to you of where am I on my personal development journey? And I want to kind of explain it like even in my own life. There are situations like let's just take my divorce, right? Everything about that was blame, okay? Now, ending a different relationship, everything about that was internal. What did I do to get myself to this place? And we can take this for lots of different areas. I'm just talking about first, like relationally. Let's talk about your business. You could say, I'm not where I'm at because this employee did this, or my boss did this, or I didn't have enough time to do this, or et cetera, et cetera. Or you look yourself in the mirror and you say, you know what? I am where I am because I chose A, B, and C. I am where I am because this is what I did with my time. I am where I am because I have aligned with this person, and this person. Listen, when you analyze this from an ownership perspective, then and only then do you get to shift and to change and to grow and to pivot and to move forward. Otherwise, listen, if it's everybody else's fault, then you have nothing to grow from. And I don't think that's how you want to live. I don't think that's how you want to go into 2024, because I'm going to assume by the fact that you're listening to this, you want to become a more genuine version of yourself. Therefore, you want to elevate your excellence in your personal development and your mindset so that you can be the most true version of yourself. So I want to talk through that. Could mean a lot. I'm going to talk through a couple of things today for you to really narrow down a couple of areas. And so the first is, I think that there's one thing that none of us get any more of, and we all get to have the same, amount of this, and that's time. But we can all say that the way that we utilize our time literally could be the reason why we are proud of our 2023, or we have looked at it in the lens of, I have a lot to learn from, I have a lot to focus in on. So I want you to think about it. I want you to think about your business. And first, I want to think a couple of other factors. So let's take our time. So if every single one of us has the same 24 hours in a day, then we get to utilize those how we see fit. So if you are building a business, here's a couple of things I want you to take note of. First are these hours in your life called golden hours. Classic, if you're building a business, it involves people, right? So your golden hours are the times when these people are available to connect with you or network with you or do business with you or sign a policy or sign the deal or all of that, right? Those are your golden hours. So those are probably between like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? Like that's like your typical like expected work hours. So if you're building a business or you're working in business, those are your golden hours. So what are we going to do for 2024 so that we can look back and we can be proud of? We're going to set aside those times for the activities that involve relationally meeting with people, whether that is online, that is in person, that is on the phone, however you choose to build your business. So, for instance, if you are building on social media, me going live in hopes to find people online, then it's going to be really smart for me to check out my algorithm and see when my people on my feed are most online. So that's going to be a priority, right? So that way I can impact the most people. You are going to want to set your phone calling times when people are at work and answering their phones. Otherwise, that's silly. 9 p.m. probably ain't your best time, right? Because people are not going to answer the phone. They're probably going to block you and think you're a creep. So probably not a good business deal, right? So we're going to carve out that time where we have most impact with people. But there's a lot of things with your business that happen behind the scenes, right? Like editing videos, if you do social media content, writing your content, writing your captions, so on and so on. And then it's the follow up, it's the filling in the spreadsheets, it's getting your CRM in place, it's knowing where you are at with different clients and everything that it takes to impact the people that you are impacting. Those things don't have to happen between 8 and 5. So what happens naturally? You go to what's easiest for you, right? And so prioritizing things is so crucial. So I want you to look at your schedule. I want you to see where have you put into place the things that are your golden hours and things that you can move to later on or earlier in the morning before 8 a.m. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing is your power hour. I read a book called Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blount, and it was amazing. If you are building a business and it requires you connecting with people, then you absolutely need to read this book. It's just super practical and so good. But he talks about a power hour, and here's what a power hour is. A power hour is 1 hour of focused time in networking and building relationships or connecting with people that you want to do business with. So, for instance, I am in the insurance space. I own an agency. I'm with benefits, and I am all about connecting with business owners, small businesses, large businesses, all the things. Okay. So I'm going to innovatively help businesses that don't have benefits in place find a solution that works for their budget. Or I'm going to connect with businesses who aren't satisfied with their group options because I get to connect with all the people because I'm independent, and I'm going to shop around for them and find them their best option. So that's how I help businesses. So every single day, I have to figure out what aligns the most with me. What's the most authentic way I'm going to build business to connect with people in a way that honors who I am and who I am the most powerful as far as business goes. I was in a mastermind this week and it was again such a cool moment because I was talking about like cold calling and like it's just so not me and I feel like I'm just like blabbering and I feel like it's fake and I feel like I'm not making great connections. And they're like, okay, well, what are other ways that you're using to build your business? Well, I love sending 1 minute personalized videos to introduce myself on Facebook or Instagram to businesses in my area. I love that. I love that they get to see my face. I love that I know their name. I know the business. If they've had a recent ribbon cutting, I know that. I get to congratulate them. And it's a personal way instead of just sending this like blah, cold messaging, whatever. I love it. And I'm comfortable behind video. So it's something that's definitely in my wheelhouse. But I only have certain amount of messages I can send like that, right? Before Facebook is like, peace out, you're in jail. And so there's limits. So therefore, I'm like, well, I guess I have to cold call. And they're like, pivot. What if you created a specific and a personalized email that this one girl's like, I just received an email from a business and I loved it. I loved it. I got to see the face and they personalized it to me. And now I'm more apt to connect with them and use their resources because I have a connection now. And I'm like, wait, so you opened an email from a stranger and that like you didn't like unsubscribe, send it to spam, like think whatever. And they're like, no, they made enough of a connection. I saw their email signature, they looked legit. They had their website, I actually checked it out first. And then I clicked on this link to the video of that. And I'm like, perfect. Guess what? That is more alignment with me. So this power hour, I can spend 1 hour a day sending these strategic emails to these businesses. And I don't have Facebook putting me in Facebook jail. I don't have Instagram putting me in Instagram jail. I have an unending amount of time where I'm able to send these out. What does that look like for you? What is a power hour where it is a blocked off time? Your do not disturb on your phone is on, and you are dedicating that 1 hour to building your business every single day. Is that all you're going to use to build your business? No. But every single day you have 1 hour of a power hour in your max capacity, whether it is phone calls, it is emails, it is Facebook, it is Instagram, it's TikTok, whatever you've chosen, LinkedIn, whatever it is, 1 hour. How would your 2024 look like if you did that? You think your 2023 would have looked different if you had honored the golden hours and had a power hour in your day with your business? Possibly. I know it would have for me. It has for the last half of my 2023. And I'm using that momentum to bring it into 2024 because I was a wake up call that I was doing a lot, but I still didn't have this power hour of productivity that was going to send my needle forward. Another thing. So that's our business, a business in the time. Like we could go through other business practices and we'll do that later on. But today I just want to focus kind of a high level, 30,000 foot overview. So first it's time and that how it relates to business. And the second part is our fitness, right? So many of you are going to set new fitness goals for 2024. Why? Because you're not where you wanted to be at the end of 2023. Why not, y'all? This is not rocket science. There are a bunch of super smart people that will give you all of the resources that you need. But y'all, every single plan boils down to two things. It's the way you eat and it's how you move your body. But what I think this is also a time problem. I think that what happens is in your mind, the priority, but then the fact is life just happens and it didn't make it into your routine. Somebody told me years ago, they're like, Jen, you know what? You just decide in your mind, hey, my name is Jen Gray and I am a person who works out every day. You just decide, forget what you've not done in the past 6 months. You just make this decision and you say, from now on, I am the kind of person who works out every day. And then guess what you wake up tomorrow and do? You work out. And then guess what you do the second day? You work out. And what do you do the next day? You work out. If you know that sugar like jacks up your body and you're like, the carbs are like totally making me bloated, boom, I'm going to start cutting those out because you're the kind of person who prioritizes your mental and your physical health. And so therefore you just make decisions that are going to propel you forward. Y'all, I know that I'm saying it like it's super simple, but I want you to know that I've watched that shift in my life. I've watched that where I've just been like, this is just what I do. Like there are so many things that I can't control in my day. This one I can. And I will work out every single day. Right now, I do at-home workouts. I'm not going to the gym because it does not make this sense for my life in so many different areas right now. So what can I do? Can I make excuses and say, one day when I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to be super consistent? Now, I did that for a few months in the beginning of the year. Life changed. This is what makes the most sense for me right now. So, what do? I'm Jen and I work out every single day. You are blank and you work out every single day because you know that that is going to propel you forward in your mind and in your body. And it is so connected, which is why it's so important, which is why it literally could be that missing puzzle piece that is literally going to give you more productivity, more focus, more energy. And it all stemmed from a goal that you just keep pushing on till the next year. You just keep assuming you're not going to hit it. What if? What if right now you decide? So here's my challenge to you in this. We have a couple of weeks left of 2023. So what I want you to do, I want you to go into 2024 with momentum. How do you have momentum? You're going to build confidence. How does confidence get built? By stacking wins. So with your time, if you do not have a power hour, I want you to sit down with a notebook and really go through your business practices, your DMOs. What is the most important for you? What can you commit to 1 hour every single workday from now until the end of the year? I want you to decide and I want you to commit. Number two, your fitness. How is it a priority? Is it a priority? If it's not a priority, what do you need to do different? And for me, maybe you just need to follow me. I tell you every single day what I do. And if you need to copy it, copy it. You need to go on YouTube and find a 15-minute workout because that's all you can do. Awesome. Don't go and say you're going to work out for an hour tomorrow if you didn't work out any this morning. That's not practical. Start with what makes sense and build on the confidence. Don't start where you can't be consistent. 15 minutes. You have a treadmill? Perfect. Start with a mile and then do some push-ups, do some crunches. You have some 5-pound weights? Awesome. Let's do some biceps. Let's do some arms and let's do some repetition and let's do it. And let's start your body. Let's sweat. Let's do something that is hard every single morning because you're the kind of person who works out every single day and you're going to do it. And you're going to show up. And you're going to own that you can do that. No one can take that from you. And you do not go to bed until it happens. Your power hour and your workout. If you do that every single day, imagine what it's going to feel like going to bed. Imagine the pipeline you're going to build for your next February and March. Imagine what your body's going to feel like by next February or March. That's how you own where you are at the end of 2023. And here's something super powerful. You are not a victim of 2023. You are brave and you're courageous and you are a leader and you take ownership. And I want you to write this down. You don't grow from someone else's mistakes. So when you blame someone else for your 2023, you are shifting that as to their mistakes. Therefore, you do not grow. When you own your own lessons of 2023, then and only then do you learn and grow and pivot and move forward from the different areas that you're just not satisfied in. So think about it. There's a lot of things that you should be really, really proud of in 2023, and it may not have anything to do with finances or business or anything. There's a lot of things. The relationship with your kids, the relationship with yourself, forgiveness, moving forward, getting a grasp on the brand that you want to build, aligning with people that ignite you and align with the character, the heart of who you are. Those are big things. And those are things you're taking from 2023 to make 2024 really, really strong. So end the year with a challenge, a fitness challenge or a time challenge, so that 2024 is building into momentum and you're not starting from scratch. I'm in 31 days of working out straight, weekends, everything. You want to join my challenge, whatever day you listen to this, pick it up. Forget making up the days you haven't been. Who cares? If there's 15 days of the month, you're going to work out straight for 15 days. Do it. What do you have to lose? To me, you have all you have is gain. That's all you have. You have mental gain, you have physical gain, you have relational gain, you have spiritual gain to happen as you close out 2023. And listen, friends, I want you to think through my results resulted in X, Y, or Z. My time management resulted in X, Y, and Z in 2023. My business operations resulted in where I am right now. My networking or lack thereof resulted in the relationships I have cultivated in 2023. Write those areas down. Get really honest about where you are and get really honest about what you want to shift for 2024. And lastly, I want you to be proud of the wins and learn the lessons you need to learn to make 2024 the absolute best year ever. You guys, I am believing that growth is coming in 2024. I'm believing it. I'm believing it for myself. I'm believing it for you. Listen, if you've had any value in this episode, any value in this podcast at all, I ask you to do a massive favor for me. Would you simply go and hit 5 stars? And then if you would take one extra step, take 30 seconds to write a little snippet of the value that you've received in this. I'm excited to grow the listenership in 2024 to impact more women, men, children, all the things, to genuinely live your best life. Y'all, this 2024 is going to be a breakthrough year. Like 2023 was a break out of so many things for my life. Maybe that was for you, but 2024 is going to be breakthrough year. We're believing it. We're working towards it. We're praying for it, and we are claiming it, and we're owning it as our own. So let's go do this thing. And you guys, I love you so genuinely. And that may seem so weird if I've never met you, but y'all, there are people all across the world that hate people for absolutely no reason. So I'm going to choose to love you for zero reason until I have the pleasure and the privilege to meet you and discover the millions of reasons there are to love you. I want you to believe in yourself, and I want you to own 2023, and I want you to take that, and I want you to run. I'm here. I'm with you. Let's do this. If we've not met yet, please connect with me on social media at I'm Jen Gray on all the platforms. I would love to hear your journey and connect mine with yours. Life's too short to do this thing alone. Let's do this thing together. I love you. I will see you next week on episode 11, and let's go do this thing. Let's be genuine. Love you guys.